Okay, so I have pasted the link to the doc in our chat. I'm not sure if you can see it, or maybe I should send it once again.
Hi.
And please add your names to the attendees section. Hello, or. And meanwhile, we'll start with the web. First, we have the web about past binding. We have a PR which is almost ready to close. And I think Aurel and Neer, you guys will sit together and decide what changes are needed.
Yes, right.
Okay, I'll go through the webs like very quickly. Just stop me if you want to discuss about something in depth. Then we have the one about decoupling the network attachment definition. It also has a series of PRs. One of them was merged, I think. No, this is the one that I thought was
I
merged.
think that all of them were merged. All the ones that are currently that we currently have been merged. They are all the ones that we currently have are around deploying network resources injector and CI.
Hmm.
So that is done, and now we're moving on to the subsequent stages of the project.
This doesn't need any attention for now. You're getting the proper reviews, so I'll move on to the next one. Next is the web for upgrading old VMs, which are using the old naming scheme. It has a PR which was merged, I think. So that's done. Then we have Web 127, which is for sharing MAC address with uh, the sidecar thingy. It was also merged. I think this web had like more parts, and like more PRs are still pending to come, right?
This PR had had this PR, and I also followed up on it, and this PR was also merged. And I looked into our documentation to see if we ever documented the download API, and we haven't. And I'm wondering if we are interested in documenting it. What do you think?
Why should we document it? I don't understand.
Maybe as part of the I'm sorry, I just have background noise here. As part of the network binding plugins API, we documented all sorts of things, but this one is not documented.
It was documented as part of the plugin as for internal use, not for like someone that wants to integrate a plugin, not for someone depending on the information there. Right?
Yes, so we've documented all the fields that you can register in the Hubert CR, other than the one discussing the download API.
And when did we use it? For
We
the
use it.
plugins.
We use it for SRIOV, and I don't remember which else plugin uses it.
But we don't have a plugin for SRV, so I don't understand.
Yes, we don't have a plugin for SRIOV. I meant that we use the same mechanism for SRIOV and for specific network binding plugins. We don't have a network binding plugin which is used as an example who also uses this API.
All right. So I think the only one that used it in the plugins was vhost user or something like a DPDK. Someone that tried to do it with DPDK. I think they used it. I'm not 100% sure actually. uh, and that's it. So unless there is someone that requires something, and I actually not even sure that they can take advantage of it in any way. How a plugin will take advantage of this? I don't see how.
Benat's plugin uses it, it leverages it. He wanted it in order for it to be used with his VDPA network binding plugin.
Yeah, but I don't think he used it. I don't know how. How can he use it?
He has a
How can he
file
use
on the
it?
he has a file on the Vert launcher pod, and he somehow consumes it. I don't know how.
No, the file is on the on the file system of the compute, not on the plugin.
I understand. I guess he somehow shared it with the sidecar using some kind of bind mount.
I don't know. Someone for me, it's. I don't think this is how they did it. I'm not 100% this is what they did. Uh, they may have just used a webbook or something else. I'm not sure how they did it, but there is no. I'm not sure that we have in the enhancement any reference to using this as a way to integrate something. I don't. It sounds too complicated to do it even. But if someone has a wish to do something like that, then you can add to the existing enhancement and show how you can do something else.
Okay, I think we can continue.
Okay, next we have WIP 140, which is about live updating NAD reference through migration. The main enhancement was merged. There was a small follow-up clarifying a few points like why we are starting from beta, etc. I think that was not merged and I need to look at it. And there's also an implementation PR, which is in progress. This, I have still kept it in a draft state, but the first 3 commits are kind of ready for preliminary review. So please take a look at that if you get some time. Meanwhile, I am testing it locally to see like if it even works. And I'm fixing the last commit. Next, we have WEB 148, which is about persistent MAC addresses. The web was in review and it's targeted for 1.9. It has some LGTMs and okay, it has a lot of LGTMs and comments, so it's in progress. We have Web 168, which I did not review yet. I need to take a look. It's also targeted for 1.9 and it's in review. And then we have the DRA, which is also targeted for 1.9. And I did not take a look at this as well, so should start reviewing.
Hi, thanks Nir for the review there. I answered all the comments of you and of Ally and so on, and welcome back. If someone can please review, it will be great. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, moving on to the issues. We have the first one. I thought this was related to web. What is it called? The web about the MAC addresses 148. But I spoke to Ram and he says this is a legit issue. And the issue is like even when there is a MAC address on the status, I think the logic that does whatever it does is reading from the pod instead of from the status. And the web that we have is different. It is about like reflecting the MAC address to the specs from the status, etc. So they are kind of similar, but the web might not solve this issue. I took a look at the relevant PR for this, and I saw Eddie had some comments. Yeah, so please take a look at the PR.
Just wanted to ask something about this issue and the PR.
Mhm.
It seems that this person is using bridge binding with the pod network, which is something that we don't officially support. It is also something that was handled in a PR a few days ago, and in this PR it was written that we don't support this scenario. So, Eddie, can you please clarify why do you think we should continue with this one? Because I saw you've reviewed it.
I don't know. I wrote it. What do you mean? Didn't I? You assume that I remember.
So this PR touches bridge binding on pod network. And it seems like you are okay with it. Can you please clarify why?
Can you read my comment, please?
Yes, it's here.
And there was an issue to it, right? Can you link the issue?
Yes, yes. This is the issue, and I'm trying to look at your comments.
Exactly. And I wrote here, Oran.
I'm not sure that I follow. This is bridge binding on pod network. This is something that we don't support.
This is bridge binding on what?
On pod network.
What do you mean you don't support it? What does that mean? I don't know.
We don't test.
Yes, we do. What do you mean we
Where do
don't
we test? Bridge binding with pod network.
Yes, what do you mean?
We have, if you want to, we say that by definition, we don't allow migration of this combination.
Yeah, but yes, but he's pointing. This is not. First of all, he used, I think, masquerade here, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he used bridge.
I saw that he wrote bridge binding.
Where is it? So the what he said is that we first of all we do not support it officially. We support it unofficially. And he didn't say that he's used here the annotation, right?
He didn't specify the annotation, but if he wanted his VM to be migratable, he should have put it. Otherwise, the system would have let him migrate.
I don't know. He didn't say that, but if this is why I ask you there, if this, I mean, if it doesn't work and the scenario says is described is okay, and I didn't understand actually that this is the primary network. From my point of view, it doesn't have to be primary. Why is it not why is it not the same with the secondaries? I don't understand.
I think he
Was-
migrated like manually, and it was not live migration.
No, okay. In general, if you don't do a special thing, then it will not allow you to migrate. But I didn't even thought about the if it's pod. My it didn't I didn't care about if it's primary or if it's pod or not pod. I don't understand. I have a secondary interface, single one. I don't have primary, right? And I do a migration, and the secondary has a maybe IPAM, for example, and I do the migration, and it works, right? Because it's secondary. But his scenario is correct. In this scenario, it will break, right? Or not? I don't know. For me, it sounds it will break, and I didn't care if it's pod or not. If
And the
it's
fix is also like very logical and simple.
yeah,
If
but again, I'm asking if this scenario is not correct. I don't understand. It's not related though. I wonder if his fix that in his implementation, did he mention that he's going to do it only for pod? No, right? I didn't say that, but maybe I didn't look.
I need to look more deeply into it.
It's actually we have currently an exception. Like we have some customers that do some crazy stuff about this, and one of the and I think it's pretty common to have users using the secondary only and having their DHCP, for example.
Let me have a look at it.
Okay. And I think the one that my main point was that because he needs it in some supportive version, like let's say the last one, 1.8, right? Or 9, 8, 9, I forgot 9. Currently the support one is 1.7, right? So in that version, we will not backport the fix about auto completing the MAC address on the spec. So seems like if there is a chance that we have a bug, we could fix it. If this is about him using the primary and that's the only thing that he cares about, then we don't have to fix it. But yeah, for the secondary, I think we should.
Okay. Think we can continue.
All right. The next issue we have is conformance test suits exit without writing results.
It was fixed.
Looks like there was a solution. Nice. Thank you.
We have the
Yes.
follow-up just if desired. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, please go on.
I think Aurel spoke. I'm
Feel
just
free
saying,
to continue.
thank you. I have the follow-up, just if desired, that fix another case and add some unit test. But again, it's a low priority. Just if you have time, we can discuss it, please.
So what I wanted to say is we have users using this, I think, on release 1.6 or something along those lines. And it is possible that we would want to backport it so this conformant test would be able to run on release 1.6. The fix is very simple.
Okay. Or did you want to talk about your PR, which is the follow-up?
This is just if we want to take it offline once Aurel has time or someone. It just I need to rebase it. But before I do, if we can speak 2 minutes to see if we even want it. It just
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, now I think offline, right? I don't think we need now.
Okay, I'll mark it, and if you have time in this call, we can discuss. Otherwise, we'll take it offline. Yeah.
Thanks.
Just a reminder that this meeting is about talking about everything. But so if maybe next time we should only list here stuff that people agree to raise. If it's not ready, then we can discuss it later.
Okay. The next issue we have PCI bus address now deterministic for network interfaces. What's happening here? I do not have much context. Aurel has pointed the issue owner to a talk by Eddie. Okay.
What? What? I lost my
Is this the SRIOV bug?
This bug is about network interfaces not being deterministic inside the guest. So there is a talk that Eddie gave on FOSDEM, and I refer this person to this talk. It was very helpful. Thank you, Eddie, for giving this talk.
Okay, I thought that you someone is asking for my attention, so great. No attention needed.
You already gave your attention 3 years ago.
Yes, I foresee the future.
Okay, there's a next issue, which is a documentation request. What's happening here?
So this is an old one I saw in one of the threads, don't remember which, and I reopened it because this person requests us to add some more documentation around MAC addresses, and it seems reasonable, and these requests are popping up again and again. So I figured we should just solve them, document whatever they require here, and we can move on with our lives.
Okay, sounds good enough. Maybe we can add it to our backlog and prioritize.
Yes, if there is anyone here who wants to create this documentation, yeah, you're more than welcome.
The next issue is about past binding. And I remember Oral pointed the issue owner to something.
Yes, so this issue owner used the past binding plugin, but only used it like halfway. He didn't. I cannot assume that it is this person just deployed half of the past binding plugin without the CNI part, so they couldn't use lower ports like
Yeah, they
the
didn't have
standard ports.
permissions. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they didn't want to deploy Multus, so they will have to wait for the core past binding in 1.8.
Nice. Okay, moving on to the PRs. The first one we had was for this issue. We already discussed it. Here we have something which is already merged. I'm not going to look at it.
Please remind us what was.
Okay, let me look at it then.
Okay,
Okay, it's that one.
You know, well, now that you mention it, I never thought of this advantage of going to the pass binding with to the core pass binding that it doesn't require multiples. It's a huge advantage. I didn't even think about it.
it's cool.
Add it to your web as an advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, we had this PR which was opened by Near. I think it is a very small change, and please take a look at it. We have this one next, which is to remove the cube word flannel as it is already default. Also a very small change. It has LGTM from me. Please take a look. It needs an approve.
It's by Brian.
Yeah, I think only SIG build system and core approvers will be able to approve this.
Okay. Then
Is
we
it
cannot
old?
do anything.
When was it issued?
It's more or less old, I guess.
I mean, was it before Brian left?
No,
It was last week.
Oh, last week. So he's still working on it.
Yeah, I thought he
Cool.
left as well, but it's still here.
No, he did. He did leave, but he's still working on it. He's still working a little bit on Qubert CI.
Yeah, even on Basel, removing Basel, he works on it.
Yeah.
Next we have is our vsync max from multi-source. This is part of RAM's web. And this also has LGTMs. It had LGTMs from me. And maybe there are new changes. I will take a look, and everyone please take a look.
There were new changes, and it came to my knowledge that we may have a bug around this area. I need to investigate it, and after I'll make sure where do we stand? I will continue with this PR. It will take a day or two.
Okay, thank you. And this is targeted for 1.9, so it's not for this deadline of 25th or something.
Yes, but it will also fix our SRIOV issue. If you remember, when you have an SRIOV interface without a MAC address specified, then you have like a phantom interface in the VMI interface statuses. So it will fix this problem. So I personally would want to have this PR in.
Okay.
But if there are two SIOVs, you won't know which is which, isn't it? Two unmarked, two SIOVs without mark, and then you will not, you can't know which is who. Maybe I'm wrong, unless in Multusy created a mark, and then yes, I'm not sure.
If Multus will report the MAC address, then you will know.
Yeah, does it report it now? Or the
Yes.
guest, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we are at the end of the list. Does anyone have anything more to discuss? Otherwise, we'll move on to ORSPR. We move on to ORSPR. Let me find it. This one, right?
Yes. But it's really a neat one, up to you. So the original bug was that when Sonoboy tests are failing, the done file need to be created even if the tests are failing, because this is how Sonoboy knows that the tests are finished. So his fix was to reorder to first create the file, the done indication, and just then exit error. Okay, this was the bug that he asked and fixed. There is another case that he didn't fix yet, that if the tests are panicking, then the file isn't created. So this is what the PR does, plus adding unit tests. Again, it's not what he asked, it's just nice to have if we want. If we want, I will need to rebase it and polish it a little bit.
If what panics again?
If the tests themselves as a panic, then, if I understand correctly, the done file will not be created. I think I need to validate.
Be honest, I don't know this part of the code very well. I need to look at it myself and see what happens there.
Oh, good.
So,
Yeah.
So
I
wait a
suggest
second. Why is it network related? I don't get it. It is network related?
No, it's not.
So
No, it's
Not
not.
just,
Yes.
so I don't get it.
I don't.
Oh.
We indeed don't need it in the meeting. Just because Orel and myself were in the loop, it is in the document.
There is another reason. If you remember, there is the network conformance test. So they are running as part of this Solarbuoy suite. This is the reason. I don't know if other SIGs use this suite or this tool. So this is the reason it was brought up here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that conformance always use Sonobuoy on upstream.
Okay, then that's all we had. Anyone has anything else to discuss? Otherwise, thank you for joining. Have a nice day. Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye bye.